Big Ten basketball debuts on the Los Angeles hardwood as USC hosts at the Galen Center on a historic night the Chattanooga Mocs out of the SoCon. Welcome, everybody. It's great to have you. The 120th year yearly upset, a top 4 seed. Josh Cohen is going to jump it up with Latif Diouf, USC in the white, and it is Chattanooga that comes away with the ball.
Let's see who starts on who. It looks like Claude's going to start on Bonham. He's more of a playmaker than Huff. Huff more the spot-up guy, prolific three-point shooter. Bonham does both.
And a quick basket for Sean Cousineau, the sophomore for Chattanooga.
So the other reason why this is a good test for USC is Chattanooga runs Princeton-style offense with the big guy at the top, a lot of movement, a lot of back cutting. So again, being alert on defense is priority number 1 for USC tonight.
USC played Gonzaga here at the end of October in an exhibition televised and won that game. It was a really impressive performance. St. Thomas.
I like Shelley. He's going to be a good player. Long, athletic, has a pretty good feel for the game as well as a freshman.
Honor Huff will fire and hit.
How about the extra pass? They got it one side also. Well, that possession right there was all 3 of those things. And I guess you could say make at the end too.
That's right.
Shoot and make.
They take a lot, they make a lot of threes. 7th in the nation last year
throughout his head coaching career. So unless something changes, I don't think we're going to see hardly any zone, if any, out of USC this year.
Melson with the floater. A rare 2-point attempt. Chattanooga's first 6 shots, 5 of them were 3.
How many different guys have gotten defensive rebounds for USC and have brought it in transition?
Abo hits.
They talked about being a little sped up to start the season here. First 5 minutes, guys are going a little bit too fast, but typically after the first media timeout, they settle in, start making some shots. Abo knocks that one down.
Abo was a 41% three-point shooter at Boise State last year as Melson scores.
Well, if you're going to play this way, Guy, and you're attacking mismatches and guys are driving it or posting up, perimeter shooting is going to be a big factor for this USC team because nobody's going to watch Claude or St. Thomas or whoever go down there and just go one-on-one. So doubles are coming, so the kickouts are going to be there. 4 shots as Claude gets that one to go down. The size we've been talking about with USC makes it more difficult for Chattanooga, but I'm just thinking here, and we're only 8 minutes in, but in the Southern Conference, this team must be a nightmare to try and deal with offensively.
There's complete a 3-point play, fouled before the break, 61% free throw shooter.
To go to the Ivy League, and you see what he did there, over 1,000 points for a guy his size. That's pretty impressive stuff, and I have a feeling he's going to be one of those guys for this USC team that's not going to lead him in scoring a lot, but he's going to have some nights where he explodes and has some.
Jack Costal, the transfer from Alabama Huntsville, inbounded that. And now here's Bonham still looking for his first basket. And he may find his first points. Bonham 84% last year. He and Honor Huff that are archaic. Well, the SoCon is the only league in the country that requires.
Right. Out after transferring for a second time, we're allowed to play.
Halfway through the first half.
Chattanooga with 3-2 zone. Figured we would see that at some point.
Slacker too strong on the 3, but the follow is there.
Those guys living in the paint.
Chattanooga started 2 of 4, but they've made just 2 of their last 11. There's Princeton.
Back cut, yep. You have to be alert. Oh, that's what he does. Defenders bounce on him. He's got a big, strong body at 6'6".
He's with a nice move.
We got ourselves a game. 2-point game with inside the line to make this game competitive.
Over a 3-minute scoring drought for the Trojans, and Claude ends it right on cue.
You see what they did there? Nolan came up
and AG tracks down that rebound.
Good half-court defense that time from USC.
Wesley Yates, the freshman from Beaumont, Texas, with his first collegiate basket.
Sat out last year at Washington. Highly.
And a whistle before the shot. And that is on U.S. Depth is going to be.
Depth, no doubt. And Terrence Williams not playing tonight as well. So do you go deeper if you're traveling farther? I mean, there's all sorts of factors.
Not at Canton. He did his speech. And you saw the great crowd there at their on
Chattanooga. You see that? Back cut to the hammer pass to the corner.
And it results in a 3 on the second effort by Honor Huff.
Well, if you want to know why, Chattanooga
inside.
Easiest look tonight for Bonham.
He's 0 of 5, but he does have 3 rebounds. Listed at 6 even. Yates, he's looked comfortable.
Yeah, he's not shy, is he? He's getting them up, but move it one side to the other. Yates open in the corner, knocks it down. But as this season goes on for USC, it is going to be interesting to watch that. Like how many teams adjust to Claude and St. Thomas and these guys wanting to get downhill. One
3-point shooting. That's the extent of it.
Well, I just think once guys get comfortable too, they have guys that can make threes. I'm here.
Bonham undaunted but unable to finish. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Yates thought about it. Gets an ooh and an ah from the crowd as he finds Noling for the basket. Dominance.
I'll be in Oregon on Friday. Looking forward to seeing that group. They did well in the portal as well.
Well, they're going to be here. Shot clock is low for Bonham. Does he know it? Yes. And he beats the buzzer.
Good timeout by Dan Earl. The college teams don't.
I thought initially they were.
4-second differential now. So obviously SC will take this all the way down.
Shot clock's at 6. Yates, tough shot. And he gets it to go. Shot clock is off.
I like his confidence.
Yates with 7 points here in the first half for USC.
Make them, get them up. And Wesley Yates, you can tell, thinks he can make them.
Chattanooga out of the SoCon, picked 2nd in the preseason in that league, a very good league. Honor Huff, a big part of why he's preseason all-league.
And knocked down the 3.
He's 3 of 6 from 3 in this game. That's all 3 made. Chattanooga attempted 15 in the first half.
Still looking at that zone for Chattanooga. Really slowed USC down after a good start.
Attack from St. Thomas, and he scores. He's got 7 for the game now.
But what you don't want to do is settle against that zone either. You still want to be in attack mode. You take open threes, but Thomas that time just took the baseline and went up over the top. Chattanooga defenders.
There's a foul on Josh Cohen, his first. Foul was not on Cohen, by the way. It was on Buzo Abo.
You don't want to just blow somebody out by 40. You want to get some good stuff on film and look at it and beat an offense. So a lot of good film to watch for this USC team, regardless of the outcome.
It's the type of thing you end up as a medium to high seed in the NCAA tournament. Maybe you pull this film back out. It's the type of team you might play.
Yeah. And again, Chattanooga on the flip side, they're letting it fly. They're out here to play USC and St. Mary's. They know they're not supposed to win, so they've done a good job of playing free. Another back cut for a layup.
Harrison Kiesler now with 6 points in the game. Kiesler 4 years at Division II Walsh. And, you know, just like probably teams all over the country, there are a lot of coaches looking at Division II, experienced Division II players as Albo hits the 3.
Become such a thing.
Bonham still cold from the outside as Claude tracks it down and is able to tightrope. Abo, swish. Points. They have not been fast break opportunities.
Well, I was going to say, how many are live ball turnovers, how many aren't? But USC's not going to be a huge fast breaking team. Any solid 4 hours. Not just a regular 4 hours.
A solid 4 hours. Yeah, a solid 4. 5 minutes gone by here in the second. Cohen with the foul. Now you've spent some. I mean, you've played a lot of
down there,
and it's recruited.
Yeah.
And who else can? But the games that the game's advantage, give people a sense. Like Chattanooga.
USC doing a much better job on their defensive board here in the second half. Chattanooga back to man-to-man. Let's see if Nolan goes to work here. Good pass.
And Cohen finishes it off.
See, that's what I was saying.
In the arc.
Right on cue. As soon as I said they're doing a better job on the defensive board, Chattanooga gets an offensive rebound.
Oh, if that's not going to go for
And
Chattanooga,
another one.
what will? Maybe that, yes.
Look, this team's too good. You give them 3 chances, they're going to make one of them. I think one thing that USC's underestimated tonight is long shots, long rebound. Like, it looks like they're in position to rebound, but they're going long and going right back out to Chattanooga.
Nolan taking over on this end.
What were they picked 7th in the preseason poll? I don't know who I'd put them ahead of. I just think they're going to finish higher than 7th.
Claude gets fouled out of the.
Who to put them ahead of, but I have a feeling that they're going to finish higher than 4th. And there's a lot to still play out, especially so many teams with so many new players. 4 teams getting used to playing on the road in the Big Ten in front of 15,000. No offense to the Pac-12. I carried the flag over the hill for the Pac-12 for years. As you know, you weren't playing in front of 15,000 unless you went to Tucson. But I'm telling you, he could really get it going.
Claude couldn't finish in traffic. And there's a foul. It does. Does where you play games matter as much from a
keep some of the rivalries as well? 2 USC UCLA games a year, but it's like that for the entire conference.
Chattanooga, historically one of the best 3-point shooting programs here, and then under Dan.
The USC defense has been much better in the second half, and it was pretty good in the second half, or in the first half. They just weren't rebounding. They pushed the lead out to 23 now. Chattanooga with only 35 points. We got 8.5 to go in the game.
Meanwhile,
I think what I said earlier too, guy, a couple minutes ago, that box score I think is going to look similar. 4, 5, 6 guys in double figures for USC. Finn Bonham would have had to really get going tonight for them to keep this close the entire way. USC's done a good job on those 2, and all of a sudden you're down 21.
Nice finish.
Because you're relying a lot on those 2. Defensive player of the year, player of the year.
Wow.
Only one to ever do it.
Out of the timeout, Cusano with the basket. 7% of returning minutes. That's it.
Yep.
What is this at its best, right? If you said Eric Musselman's vision for the next 3 years at USC, because his thing is when he arrives, you win, and then in year 2 you win more, and in year 3 you win more.
But I think it's going to settle into a normal kind of offseason where he has returning players and he doesn't have to get as many transfers. But I think the way he sees the game.
Division II basketball.
And then the home versus away, very interesting year in the Big Ten, because there's not like you got to deal with that big boy that's down in Memphis anymore, Zach Edey, and Purdue. Purdue's still going to be very good, but just different.
Richards with the basket.
We were a 22-win team, and we took the Bulls to the wire in their home opener because it was a ring ceremony night.
What a finish by AG.
Is you can now switch 1 through 5 when he's on the court and attack matchups if the guy, just for that reason, that people want to see how good this guy is, getting that much money to go play at Washington.
Rashawn Agee with the phone.
Well, the narrative last year here at USC was Collier and Watkins both coming in as, by some services, the #1 player in the country in both the men's and women's game
tonight. USC +2.
I was going to say, I know what they're going to be working on for the next few days in practice.
Foul drawn by Isaiah Elohim. It's App. Elohim 8 points tonight. So you got 8 from him and 7 from Yates, 2 freshmen. Here comes Yates, who had a very good first half, and he gets ripped. You know, that's going up, and Huff connects.
Really hasn't materialized tonight. Huff, the only guy from Chattanooga to make a 3 tonight.
He's 5 of 13. As Hornery hits the 3, and that gets the USC bench up. That means the other
and it'll be interesting to see how much he gets in the rotation this year as well.
Plays 62 games in 4 years from Australia, as he's too late on that closeout, and Costal hits the 3. The first non-Huff to hit it was February of 2023. And a foul. And so Chattanooga will have a chance to keep the Peacock and then Grambling. So this is a lot in the state and a lot at home.
What you really have coming in and how it's going to work. But they do play St. Mary's in Palm Springs in the night. A lot, to me, a good win to open the season for USC, but feels like a lot to sort out still with rotations and who's playing and who's in the rotation. Look out. Oh.
Wesley Yates having a splashy debut here for the Trojans.
Yeah, he's played well.
9 points.
Confident kid, you can tell.
3 assists and 3 rebounds as Hornery goes down to the floor. Shot clock is off. And Elohim can't finish. And it'll stay with USC tonight, Don, right? All the incoming production, but the 2 freshmen have gotten a lot of opportunity. And Shelley here with the ball, a freshman who started. So it's not all veterans for the Trojans.
Their level of physicality as freshmen really jumps off the page.
So the Eric Musselman era is underway, and the Big Ten era is underway with a win. 77-51.
I think some good things, Guy, and some things to clean up. Obviously, the defensive board, too many offensive rebounds for Chattanooga in that first half, but they tightened up in the second half. And I guess